Hello, fellow football connoisseurs, and welcome back to the Quick Take. Chelsea crash out of the FA Cup after losing 1-0 to Man City in the semi-final. One last chance of getting some silverware at the end of the season, scarpered by Nicholas Jackson, who was force-fed many brilliant chances, and he was just too toothless to take them. Of course, Man City, like a lot of great teams out there, find a way, even when they're playing terribly, to get the win or get the result that puts them through whatever competition they are in. I'm going to get into the game. I'm going to go through the team and talk about big moments in the game. Obviously, the Nicholas Jackson misses, but also that Jack Grealish obvious handball, in my opinion, and also the post-game drama regarding Noni Madueke again. Noni Madueke once again finding himself in the headlines following Chelsea for behaviour. This time it's laughing around whilst Thiago Silva is crying. I think it shows a very interesting perspective on the mentality of players. Some players are devastated to not make it to a final. Other players, they don't really care too much. They're making hundreds of thousands of pounds a week. But we're going to get straight into the game. Of course, Chelsea started off not too badly. In fact, I think Chelsea were playing the better side. We had a few dodgy moments in the first 10, 15, even 20 minutes. Obviously trying to play it out from the back. Marc Cucurella and Thiago Silva maybe not on the same wavelength in terms of passing passing networks. Cucurella overhitting passes, underhitting passes, making Thiago Silva look worse than he actually was. I didn't really like that from Cucurella, and it also led to a lot of nearly chances for Man City again, almost giving away the ball in our own box. Not what you want to be seeing in an FA Cup semi-final. But we did have some brilliant chances again. Malo Gusto, Cole Palmer, and Enzo Fernandez. I think Enzo actually had an underrated game in terms of chances created. He had some very good long balls and through balls in behind for Nicholas Jackson to get on the end of. It was just up to the Senegalese striker to finish him off, and obviously he didn't. And then we also have, I'm going to go over the team sheet right now because I have a bone to pick with this. I don't think this loss is on Pochettino. I've been extremely critical of Pochettino as of late, and I still do not want to go into next season with him on the sideline. But what I will say is I think he actually set up the game in a way that was actually taking advantage of Man City's weaknesses. Of course, they had just finished playing 120 minutes against Real Madrid only on Wednesday, so they had Thursday, Friday to really prepare, rest, and of course today it was game day. Chelsea had obviously longer to prepare, and we set up in a way that allowed us to hit them on the counter-attack. My big concern is I would not have started Noni Madueke, especially against Man City. In my opinion, I think we would have been better off playing Cole Palmer off the right-hand side, working with Malo Gusto, a nice partnership that has shown to be effective this season. Cole Palmer on the right-hand side, again, working with Malo Gusto. We don't have many other options to go up front, maybe even Conant. You know what? I would have trusted Conant and Mecca to finish off chances better than Nicholas Jackson today. But Nicholas Jackson, of course, starts at striker. Then, if you're going to start Conor Gallagher, and he is going to start Conor Gallagher in a semi-final, you start him where Cole Palmer started in that 10 role, which is where he actually, played for the majority of the game. I'm going to show the average positions here. Although Conor Gallagher started off at left wing, he was more central to the centre of the pitch than Enzo Fernandez was, who was playing in a double pivot with Moises Caicedo. So it just shows how Conor Gallagher drifted away from the left wing into that central area, sitting very close to Enzo Fernandez. Again, average positioning, it doesn't show everything, it doesn't tell the whole story, but I think it does kind of highlight where they were doing the majority of their work. And again, Conor Gallagher is not a left winger. If you're gonna, our game plan today was obviously absorb pressure, hit them on the counter attack, high, turnover possession. Pochettino, that's the kind of stuff he's shown he wants Chelsea to be able to do effectively this season. And I think he miscalculated this team pick. Again, Conor Gallagher playing with Cole Palmer on the right hand side, and then at left wing, if you're going to be playing counter attacking football, why not start, one of the fastest players in world football today in Mykhailo Mudryk? Yes, Mudryk, he didn't play amazing when he came on, and he had a chance to put in a good ball towards the end with a free kick just outside the box and scarpered it. But I think if you give him 90 minutes, I think he'd be able to create more dangerous attacking chances than Conor Gallagher did on that left-hand side. Actually, taking advantage of the natural width of the team, and not just having Conor Gallagher drift in and really focusing all our attacks basically down the right-hand side with Noni Madueke, and Cole Palmer and Nicholas Jackson even, and Malo Gusto attacking down that side. Not making it to the FA Cup semi-final, this now means that we have to rely on our positioning in the league in order to get European football. Chelsea, I'm just going to look at the Premier League table here. Chelsea currently sit 9th. 6th gets you Conference League football. 5th gets you Europa League, and of course the top 4 get you Champions League, according to this from SofaScore. So Chelsea are on 47 points. We are only 3 points behind Newcastle, and of course 13 behind Tottenham. So Conference League football is potentially on the table, but we do have 2 games in hand, but they are against Tottenham and Arsenal. So again, Chelsea's position is very, we have to really work for our position in the league table now. We are on, not the worst run of form at the moment in the league, but we have had some games that we really should be taking away all 3 points. Squandered again, Sheffield United, Burnley, that just comes to mind. We lost 6 points this season to Wolves. These are the games, in my opinion, that really matter. I know a lot of people say, when it's towards the end of the season, it's crunch time, every game matters, but I'm more of the opinion that, it's these games during the mid-season and before you get to the end of the season period that are really, really important. Getting those points on the board early instead of fighting and scrapping for them towards the end of the season, I think that is far better and far more sustainable for a club to achieve. Again, dropping 6 points to Wolves this season, I'm not a big fan of that. Of course, and then dropping points to Sheffield United and Burnley, 2 sides that are about to be relegated. Not good enough. So Chelsea could get Conference League football, but is that enough? Is that really what Chelsea Football Club should be striving for? Barely achieving Conference League football with a few games to go at the end of the season. That is, if we do get it. No, Chelsea should be in the Champions League. If Aston Villa can get to the Champions League, the mighty Chelsea can. I just want to quickly mention regarding the missed chances. Probably the biggest missed chance from Nicholas Jackson today is when he was one-on-one with the goalkeeper. And he has 3 options. He could either try and curl the ball in the top right-hand corner. He could either chip the goalkeeper, who is very far off his line, or he could, go left around the keeper and then tap it into an open net with his left foot. He decides to go with the last option. He goes around the keeper, but instead of passing the ball into an empty net, he then turns around because he's so unsure about his ability to score with his left foot. He throws away the chance, and again, another big chance of Chelsea to score and to go 1-0 up, 1-0 up against Manchester City in the semi-final of the FA Cup. Those kind of goals can change games. They can change mindsets. They can, they can instill a little bit more oomph into a side. Okay, we're in a winning position now. Let's really try and hold on to this and not just, oh, it's 0-0. It's the 84th, 85th minute. Anything could happen, and then Man City score. It's these chances like this that really annoy me. Again, he had another brilliant chance. Ball's crossed in. He's got a header straight at the keeper. Like, these are not small goals. You either header at left or you header at right, and that's a goal. He just hits it with his head. He doesn't header the ball. He just lets the ball hit him on the head, and he just gives the ball back to the Man City goalkeeper. Extremely, extremely frustrating, and I think, hopefully, this quells the discussions around, do Chelsea actually need another goalkeeper? Look at Nicholas Jackson. I compared him to Benjamin Sesko, who scored today this season, regarding his ability to score and how prolific he is in front of goal. I've got the stats here. Benjamin Sesko, who scored 13 goals this season, same as Nicholas Jackson, but he's done it in 1,700 minutes, which is a goal every 131 minutes. Nicholas Jackson, he scored 13 goals in 2,800 minutes. So that's a goal every 216 minutes. I'm saying things to you, but hopefully this makes you understand. Although they have, the same amount of goals in a season, one has played far more minutes than the other. Again, over 1,000 more minutes for Nicholas Jackson, and they're on the same amount of goals. 1,000 more minutes on a field, 1,000 more minutes to put away chances, and they're on the same amount of goals. Chelsea do need another striker, whether it is Benjamin Sesko, whether it's Gyökeres, whether it's Ollie Watkins, Solanke. Alexander Isak. I'm probably missing thousands of names who could be probably doing a better job at Chelsea than Nicholas Jackson, especially in front of goal, especially in these clutch moments where you take a pass to the goalkeeper and all you need to do is pass into an empty net and not stop, turn and look for a pass back because you're unsure and you don't know how to use your left boot. I'm going to go over the Grealish handball, which I actually believe is a handball. There was some discourse during the game. Was it intentional? Was it not? Is his arm in a natural position? Yes or no? But I'm watching the replay back here. It's a really good angle. You're just behind Maurizio Pochettino, just behind Cole Palmer, who took the free kick, and it's perfectly in line with Jack Grealish. Like Jack Grealish is dead center, and what you're able to see with this replay is his line of vision. He has got his he's got his eyes glued to the ball. He is watching the ball trajectory. His arm is around his left arm, or what? Yeah, his left arm is around, I think, Julian Alvarez. His arm is up. He sees the ball going through the gap between him and Julian Alvarez, and he brings it down. He brings his arm down to collide with the ball. So he's intentionally moved his arm to stop the ball from going through cleanly and potentially stop to goal. That, to me, is a penalty. That is not a natural arm movement. He's watching the ball coming towards him. He's moved his arm very quickly towards his body. Again, he's moving his arm towards his body. So you may say, oh, well, it's just a natural position. He's moving his arm towards his body. But it was brought up during the game. Would it be a penalty offence if his arm was towards his body and then he moved it upwards to hit the ball and then rested it onto Julian Alvarez's shoulder? So, in my opinion, I think this is a penalty. I think this is a clear handball, and I think I agree with Pochettino after this game. He said, you know, what is the point of VAR? That is a penalty in my opinion. We also had the situation with Noni Madueke after the game. So, after the game, obviously, Thiago Silva very, very upset. He is a senior professional. He understands the importance of getting to finals and playing in finals in terms of building a legacy. This would probably also be his last chance at a major club in Europe to get to a major final and play for a trophy. He is devastated that that chance has now been ripped from him by those around him. Again, also I've hit the mic, by those around him. Again, I think, you know, Poch set this team out well to play. I think he could have maybe started another player instead of Noni Madueke. I've already gone through this, but this isn't on Poch. This is the players. The players have let him down. And then you got Noni Madueke behind him, giggling and laughing and hugging and doing whatever with Jack Grealish after his team get knocked out of the FA Cup at Wembley. There is such a clear difference in mentality, and if John Terry was on the field, he would not let that slide, I can tell you right now. Am I being too nitpicky about this situation? Let me know in the comment section down below. Again, Chelsea knocked out of the FA Cup. Moving into the final, probably be Man City versus Man United. Man City once again doing the double, as I do believe they will win the league this season. Of course, knocked out of the Champions League. Chelsea missing a massive chance against a massively weakened Man City side, missing their #1 goalkeeper, missing their top goal scorer of the season in Erling Haaland. Tired from the 120 minutes they just played against Real Madrid in a very tough game. We blew it, massive chance, and I don't know what else to say. Thank you all so much for watching. If you liked the video, like, comment, subscribe. I've been the Quick Take, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.